It is too damn warm outside. It's too damn warm outside. So today is January 11th in the year 2020 that we call 2020. Those of you all that are out there that don't follow the Gregorian calendar, I have a few close friends who don't and have really good reasons why. I drop a line and school a brother. Y'all know I'm always trying to learn. So school a brother on, I forgot the name of the other calendar that most people follow, but anyway, it's too damn warm outside, people. So I'm on my way to, for anybody who's watching this live,
use the right
if you are
the Maryland 295 South ramp.
If you are in the DMV area, we are in DC tonight. I'm with Clarence Ward and that Feel Good, Clarence Ward III. And we're at Twins Jazz on U Street. We're there for a 9 p.m. set and an 11 p.m. set. So if you are in the neighborhood, it would be wonderful if you swung through. And also, this is a reminder to everybody, every Thursday from 7:30 to 11 p.m., we're over at JoJo's. That's 1518 U Street in DC. It's too damn warm outside, y'all. So I stepped out the house, and because of the fact that it's 111, for all the numerology heads, give me the science on 111. Because it's 111, I'm dressed in what my mother would say back in the day as I was a kid, appropriately for the season. The problem is, or the problem was, that as soon as I stepped outside with my winter coat, it did not feel like winter. And I looked at my phone to check the weather to see what the degrees was. Thanks everybody for watching. Drop a line, let me know if you can hear me clearly and all that good stuff. And also let me know how your day has been going so far. Happy Saturday. So as I step out, quote unquote, appropriately dressed, I realized something. It was hot as shit. And it immediately hit me. I turned around. I went back in the house to change my coat. And now I have on a lighter spring kind of jacket. Cool little jacket too, by the way. I forgot what jacket. Oh, so I found this is a little sidebar about this jacket I have on. You can't see it if you're watching live, but it's a sleek black jacket. If you look at my live stream later, I'll show it to you for the 9 o'clock set. I'll show it and then take it off. Anyway, my point is that I got this little coat as a trade because I have found one of the coolest New York Giants jackets that I've ever seen, and apparently this other person had ever seen, the person who wound up trading me their jacket for mine because they were a diehard Giants fan, and I wasn't. I was just a diehard thrift store fan. Those of you all out there who know the secret of the thrift store, you can go in the thrift store, and if you are a professional thrift store shopper, I think I might start taking y'all on my thrift store adventures. If you're a professional shopper, then you know that you can clean up in the thrift store on $4.36. You can come out with 2 brand new jackets, a pair of shoes, couple pair of really nice jeans. You may even come out with a DVD player or or a new TV or something under $4, like what, and some clothes. Like, you just, some of the best finds, some of the nuggets as far as fashion are found at the Great American Thrift Store. Do they have thrift stores in other countries? I haven't traveled abroad yet, so anybody who's listening here or after who knows the answer to that question. But anyway, back to my subject. It's too damn hot. I changed my coat. I put on a lighter coat more appropriately, to be more appropriately dressed for the weather. And this thing hit me that hits me all the time when this happens, which is we are not taking global warming seriously. We're not taking it serious enough. I've been seeing a few shows here and there, a few little blurbs, I've just been seeing some video and some television stuff here and there where they're basically saying scientists are saying we have pushed past the limit. A couple years ago, when I was, pushed past the point of no return is what I'm trying to say. A couple years ago, I remember some episode of something on, TLC, Discovery Channel, YouTube, somewhere I was watching something educational about climate change, and they were saying that if we didn't change our actions in the next 12 years, then we were going to unfortunately be dealing with irreversible effects of the harm that we've done to our earth because of the various forms of pollution, even down to the meat industry, y'all. I'm going to put up a lecture from one of my favorite people to watch on YouTube. His name is Cosmic Skeptic. And he's an atheist, but he also just recently became a vegan. And he just like, this dude, it's a young dude, extremely brilliant. I love his mind and his take on things. Really young. Alex O'Connor is his real name, but he goes by Cosmic Skeptic. And he had a talk on veganism. And this dude is sharp. Like, this dude, when it comes to reasoning, when it comes to logic, when it comes to presenting arguments and really being as rational as possible, like, this young dude is like, he's like a young Mike Tyson of, the lecture world. So anyway, I'm getting way off topic. He had a documentary about veganism, and it's extremely hard to refute. So the meat industry, the pollution industry, what now has become an industry of pollution, which is damn near every major corporation on the planet or company, we have gone past the point of no return. I was just thinking earlier, prior to coming outside and feeling the weather, I was thinking that, I'm trying to change my habits as far as how much trash I have. And I already have gotten in the last couple years into recycling. And I've been really appreciative of being brought into that world, being schooled by a very close person in my life, and just really taking that to another level as far as being a part of the change needed to affect climate change. But also veganism really helps with it as well, because the meat industry is a huge polluter of our environment, and I had no idea until the last couple of years. So we got all these things going on, and we're not taking it seriously. And when we come outside, I'm willing to bet today there were many people, and I've often thought about this, there are many people that came outside today and were and are happy that we could come out and experience such nice weather. Many people. In fact, when I get to Twins Jazz in a few, this is located on one part of U Street in DC where it's always very busy because it's, a lot of clubs and a lot of great places to eat, and it's just a really social, corner. And I've always been, block, I guess you could say. And so, in being recently, introduced to DC as far as being there on a weekly basis and really getting a feel for the vibe and the people and the traffic, you know, I've noticed that like this place is very highly populated, and so it's kind of cool. You know, you see all kinds of people, you hear all kind of great conversations, blah blah blah. That corner is going to be, that intersection, that block is going to be loaded today with people who are happy to be outside, who are like, as they say, lit because the weather's so good. And I don't blame any of us for feeling good about the weather in the moment, you know. But at the same time, though, we have to really understand what this means and what the implications are. 70 degrees on January 11th is not good. 70 degrees on January 11th is not good. I've been thinking about the kind of winters that we haven't been having, if we really talk about it. Like, yeah. You know, and this is in my young 37 years of life. I remember the blizzard of 94. I remember, I'm dreaming of a white Christmas. Like, when the Christmas was actually white. and I know some people gonna take that a million different ways, but I'm just saying, y'all, regularity of our seasons, of our temperatures, is what we desire, not the ability to throw on our shorts and come outside January 11th because it is hot. Because what that means is there's a red flag that something is really wrong. And then when we get to June and July and we have scorching temperatures, then there are those of us that's like, oh my gosh, it's too hot. So just some thoughts. What do you all think? You know, I know I'm sharing my voice, sharing my thoughts. You can hear the passion in my voice. You can hear that I'm concerned. But I'm really curious. You know, the most important thing I want to do is spark and start the conversation. So how do you feel about this? Now, right now, fortunately, as I'm finishing this podcast, I just saw a little mist on my window. Actually, I was getting ready to say that was rain, but actually, now I'm looking around me, I don't think that was rain. I think somebody just washed their windows in front of me, and the windshield washer fluid came back and looked like rain. So, yeah, let's chop it up, y'all. What do you think about this? Are you happy that it's hot? Do you understand the implications? What sparked this conversation also for me was earlier I started thinking about decreasing the amount of trash, you know, that I have. And I was using a plastic Ziploc bag that I put my bread in when I'm trying to, you know, keep the bread fresh, my croissants. And so I thought about today, you know, instead of throwing it away, I'm just going to use that one bag forever. Like until somebody else is looking at me like, come on, man, like, for real? Do you see the condition of that bag? Like, and that was my way of saying, you know what, as I work with, and this is for everybody, you know, the goal isn't to change on a dime. Nobody can change on a dime. One of the things that psychologists say, I was watching this great video recently talking about neural pathways and how to change a habit. And they were saying that this psychologist, brilliant guy, he was saying that the way to change a habit is not to try to basically stop it on a dime, go cold turkey, or just come up against it so strongly. He said the best way to do it is, and it's so simple because we know this, but the way he put it, though, I was like, wow, it just reminds you of the truth of this whole matter all over again. He said the way to stop a habit is not to try to stop a habit so much, it's to create a new habit. And so I say that to all of us, those of us that are trying to eat less meat and possibly become vegan, those of us that are trying to recycle more and doing the composting thing. That's one thing I want to get more hip to. I will be getting more hip to this year. Those of us that are just trying to do the different things needed to support and to help our dear Mother Nature and our Earth, just work on forming a new habit. Be gentle with yourself and take it one step at a time. Here's the last thing I'll end on. Been hearing this a lot in conversation in the last 5 years. The Earth and Mother Nature, they're gonna be all right. The Earth is gonna take care of itself. We're the ones that have to worry about our well-being and our fate, because we're the ones that have to worry about this, because we're jeopardizing our lives when we don't take care of our Earth. And when we say, like so many people say, well, shit, I'm only gonna be here for the next 30, 40, 50, 60 years anyway, so I ain't, I'll leave it up to the future inhabitants of this world. This is why I'm against any philosophy that, especially those that talk about the Earth. You know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking to. Those that are about the Earth being destroyed. And so, we want a more peaceful world, but at the same time, this world is going to be destroyed by fire anyway, so, we're getting prepared for a different one. That's why I'm so against that, because when you think about the implications, when you feel that way, when you feel like, oh, what the hell, the Earth is not going to be around in the near future anyway when Jesus comes back, so we'll do a little something. But, you create people who don't really do what's needed to take care of the problem, because they figure they're going to be out of here shortly anyway. So what the hell? And that's a problem. That's a deep psychological issue that we all have to deal with, and that affects us all. So I'm not just saying that that's the source, the only thing, right? There's also greed. There's also a bunch of other things. But what I am saying is that it's too damn hot on January 11th. And I realized overall that we're not taking this thing as serious as we need to take it if we're going to make change. The scientists, I'm going to do some more research to even see how true it is. Some scientists, it seems, says, or there's a circle of thought that says, we are already past the point of no return. But me being such an optimistic person and being a realist, but definitely from the perspective of being positive and optimistic, being more of an idealist, I guess you can say, I feel like our changes still matter. And the truth of the matter is, even if they don't, it'll never be a waste of time to do something that's just a beneficial thing to do, period. No matter what the outcome is. So, what do you all think? I thank you for hanging out with me for a few. I thank you for listening. And drop a line and let me know what you think. Peace.